I want to make this video here on the 59 Chevy Bel Air. I've owned this car for 40 years now, and I just went and did some digging around and I found a few things. So here I want to show a few things here. This is the bill of sale from when I purchased the car. It was in with the title. That's the previous owner's name, Frank Rolfs. Shows I paid $75 and it shows $312.78. It says received in full payment for 59 Chevy, $75. This is the title. Now I went the following week to transfer it. The title was issued on the 27th, 1978, 4/27/78. Says right there the vehicle weight 3,790 pounds. So I just thought I wanted to show the certificate of title and the sales receipt for this car. I want to show something else too. So let me stop the camera so I can move things around. So back in 1978, car titles had to be notarized by a notary public in the state of Michigan. And I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday when I bought the car. And so the only notary public was around was my neighbor who lived in that house right there. So they notarized the sale for the 59 Chevy. So the first set of tags I put on the car were these ones right here. Now it would have been on the car, this tag would have been on the car until they were renewed in '79. And then this was renewed up to I think 84 or 5. I don't know why the stickers are not intact there. Maybe they just got old and came off. But anyway, or maybe 83 was the last year of these black plates, I think, the license plates. But so we went from WMJ 440 on the 76 tag to CPD 533 on the 79 tag that was to 83. And then I think this one was used well into maybe the late 80s, but I only used these until the car was 25 years old, and then I switched to the historic vehicle plate. And then Michigan stopped using these historic vehicle plates. When I originally got this, it was $30 and good for the life of owning the vehicle. And I was at a car cruise one day and somebody told me that that plate was no longer valid, and I went to the Secretary of State's office to check on it, and it was registered to a dump truck. So they use these same numbers with an X on a dump truck, and this was no longer valid, so I had to get a temporary paper plate, and that's when I put the authentic plates. You can still get the historic vehicle plate, but you got to renew them every few years. The authentic vehicle plate, which is the 59 Michigan plate that you saw, and I put the cover back down here. That plate there is registered to the vehicle, and that costs $35 to register it to the vehicle, and it's good for the rest of the time I own the vehicle. I never have to renew it. So I just wanted to put a few little odds and ends up here on this car that I've had for 40 years. I was a junior in high school. I always made the honor roll. I was in the co-op program in the high school, and I worked for Romeo Community Schools at the bus garage. And I wanted a car, and my dad says, well, just go out and earn the money and you can have one. He says, I'm not buying one for you. And that's exactly what I did. And my mom thought it was like a nightmare that I bought this old car, but she grew fond of it and would go to car cruises with me and whatnot. So it's been a fun car, and hopefully keep it for a lot longer. I think it had 58,000 original actual miles when I bought the car, and it's got 100 and I'll look at the odometer. Hang on. Oh, it's dark in here and the battery's disconnected, but it says 94,364 miles, and that's, I rolled it. My dad and I went out and when it turned 100,000, we went out together and drove it down. We're driving down 32 Mile Road and rolled the odometer 100,000. That was 94,000 miles ago, and probably if I put 3,000-4,000 miles a year on this car, maybe another year or two, my dad and I can go for a ride and roll the odometer a second time. I have no problem with driving this car and putting the miles on it. That's what they're there for, to enjoy, take out and cruise and enjoy. The Pontiac, I want to try and keep the mileage off of it now that it's got 29,000. I want to try and sell it before it turns 30. So I think I'm going to disappoint a lot of people, because I'm going to put the Pontiac up here in my dad's garage for the summer and take the Chevy back home to drive it. So yeah, this is my $75 car. I got a battery maintainer on it. It's the battery maintainer. And so it's not too far from cruising weather. We're at the, we're in March now, so another month or so and we'll be able to have decent enough weather to go out cruising. And I'll make a video of it when we get it going for the first time of the year. But this is my 1959 Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door sedan. It was my very first car, and again, I've owned it 40 years today. The 12th of March 1978 was when I bought this car. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe, and thank you for watching my videos. This is an older video that I never uploaded. I thought I would add it just in case if you're interested in going for a ride in the car. Out for a ride in the country in the Chevy. This is Armada Ridge Road. I've seen some trees that are in full color already, and this is just the first full week of September. Maybe the second, I don't know, it's September 8th I think today. I've seen a couple trees like totally 100% changed. So I dragged the camera out. Color, and it's lost most of its leaves already. Maybe it's half dead. Okay, I'm going to set the camera down as I'm going to be changing gears here.